Hi, welcome you all for my next video on measurement of gear parameters. In the last video, I had discussed regarding the various gear parameters with the help of a schematic diagram. I hope you have gone through that video and understood the various parameters. If have not understood anything regarding that gear parameters, please post the question or send an email to me. We will discuss in detail. I will try to answer those queries. Further, in this video, I am going to discuss on the measurement of gear tooth thickness with the help of gear tooth vernier calipers. Uh, Before going for the actual that gear tooth parameters, let us have a glance on the various gear parameters which we are discussed in the last video. In short, first one is about the gear tooth thickness. Regarding its measurement, we are going to discuss it in this video with the help of a gear tooth vernier calipers. It is nothing but the distance over the gear tooth measured over a pitch circle. I'll repeat, it is the thickness measured over a pitch circle of a gear tooth. Further, this is from the figure. Here we can understand that it is the distance between these 2 points. When we are actually looking into that parameter, we can understand that it is a segment or an arc, but when we define it analytically, we can define it as an arc. When we calculate experimentally as the distance between 2 points, if we are assuming that, then we are approximating this arc as a straight line, or assuming that the straight arc is nearly equal to the straight line and the distance between those 2 points are being calculated. So obviously, where the distance which is being calculated through analytically, that is as an arc, will be having a greater value compared to the experimental value which is determined assuming that it has a straight line. So that is about the gate to thickness. Okay, so other parameters that we will discuss when we are going for the in the next video, and again the corresponding measuring parameter. So coming to the first one, it is about the measurement of tooth thickness. The tooth thickness is generally measured at the pitch circle as I mentioned, and it is therefore the pitch line thickness of the tooth. Measurement of gear tooth thickness by gear tooth vernier calipers. It can be conveniently measured by a gear tooth vernier shown in the figure. This is the distance AB which we can assume it on a gear tooth, and then the distance between points AB has to be measured. Okay, since the gear tooth varies from the tip of the base circle to the tooth tip to the base circle of the tooth, the instrument must be capable of measuring the tooth thickness at a specified position on the tooth, because in the figure we have seen that the thickness of the gear, if I am, let me assume that the gear has a base somewhere at this location, the distance of the gear at this or the thickness of the gear tooth at this location is much different when I am measuring the tooth thickness at this location. So it is increasing in a parabolic manner. So that's why we have to be, or the instrument which we are using to measure the gate tooth thickness, it should have the capability to measure the tooth thickness at a desired location AB. Further, the gear tooth vernier H has two vernier scales. The gear tooth vernier which we are using for the measurement of tooth thickness, it has two vernier scales which are perpendicular with respect to each other. The vernier gear tooth vernier vertical vernier scale which is there in the gear tooth vernier is used to set the depth, that is this D value, so that the horizontal scale of the gate tooth vernier can be moved along the pitch circle from the top surface of the tooth at which the W has to be measured, while the horizontal scale is used to measure the W of the tooth that is being indicated in this diagram. Considering one gate tooth, the theoretical values of the W and the D can be found out, which may be verified by the instrument. Here as shown in the figure, W is a chord ADB. W is a chord ADB, where but the tooth thickness is specified as an arc distance AEB. So the depth of the D adjusted on the instrument slightly greater than the addendum CE, because width W is therefore called as the chordal thickness and D is called the chordal addendum, rather than simply calling it as thickness, because when we are calling it as the tooth thickness, it has to be an arc AEB, but since we are defining it as the distance between 2 points, or determining as a distance between linear distance between 2 points AB which is on the pitch circle, so we are calling it as a chordal thickness and D is called the chordal addendum. So measurement of gate tooth thickness by gate tooth vernier calipers. Here in the as shown in the figure, W is a chord the ADB. It is a ADB. This point is a D, whereas this point is a E. Okay, so ADB, but tooth thickness is specified by an arc distance AEB. So also the depth D is adjusted on the instrument slightly greater than the addendum CE. Actually, this distance is the addendum, whereas when we are adjusting, the D is greater than the CE. So this is greater than CE, so that's why we call it as a chordal addendum. So width W is therefore called as chordal thickness and is called chordal addendum. And coming to the W, before that I will delete these marks. W is equal to, this W is equal to AB, which is equal to 2 times of AD, 2 times of AD. Further, the theta, we know that it is equal to 360 degree divided by 4 times of n. 360 degree divided by 4 times of n. And where n is the number of teeth, which is a standard expression for the spur gauge. In the triangle ADO, in the triangle AD and O, W is equal to 2AD, which is equal to AD is given by AO sine theta, because sine theta in the triangle ADO, sine theta is equal to AD by AO. or AD is equal to AO into sine theta. And what is AO here? It is the radius, pitch circle radius it is, or pitch radius. Pitch circle radius is AO. So it is two times AO can be rewritten as R. So in this case, sine theta, theta is equal to 360 by 4 by divided by 4n. So it is nothing but sine of 360 by 4n. Substituting all these parameters here, we get the W is equal to 2 times of R of sine of 360 by 4n. And then M is, that is module, is defined as pitch circle diameter divided by number of teeth. Pitch circle diameter divided by number of teeth, which is equal to D by N, or which is equal to 2 times of R divided by N. In other words, R can be rewritten as N into M divided by 2. N into M divided by 2. So substituting this expression in the above expression, we get W is equal to 2 times of N into M divided by D. Further simplify this, 4 ones are 490. So here the numerator will be 90 in this case. So on cancelling we get W is, and further this 2 and 2 will get cancelled. So the W, that is the chordal thickness W, we get it as N into M of sine of 90 by N. Sine of 90 by N. It is the distance, chordal thickness, which is the expression for analytically calculating the chordal thickness. Now from the figure we have to ensure this W value through experimentally also. So let us go, for that we need to set the D value on the vertical scale of the vernier calipers, that is a special gate tooth vernier calipers. So for that we need to know what is the value of D. So for that we have to derive the expression here. In this slide we are deriving the expression for D. Here from the figure, D is equal to OC minus OD. OC minus OD. So addendum is the radial distance from the pitch circle to the tip of the tooth, and its value is equal to 1 module. So in that case, OC is equal to OE plus addendum. OE plus addendum, because OC is equal to OE plus CE. CE is the addendum. So in that case, OE plus addendum. Further, what is OE? It is the radius, pitch circle radius. So in that case, OE is equal to R, and OD is that CE is the addendum. And as per the above definition, addendum is the radial distance from the pitch circle to the tip of the tooth, and its value is equal to 1 module. So in that case, OE, for that we are substituting it as R as per the figure, and addendum is equal to 1 module, so it is equal to M. And further, R we have derived in the earlier slide. R is equal to N into M divided by 2. R is equal to N into M divided by 2, and M plus M, and OD is equal to, here this point OD, which is equal to R cos theta, because this is the theta. Cos theta is equal to OD by OA. OD by OA. OD is equal to OA into cos theta. What is OA? It is equal to R. So therefore OD will be equal to R cos theta. So in that case, R is again substituted as n into m divided by 2, as we have derived from the last slide. So on substituting R in terms of n into m divided by 2 and cos of theta, theta we know that which is equal to 360 by 4n. Theta is equal to 360 by 4n, or it is 90 by n in simple. So for substituting for theta, we get cos of 90 by n. Now we know what is OC and we know what is OD. So substitute these two values in the above expression D. So in that case, D will be equal to n into m divided by 2 plus m minus of n into m of cos of 90 by n, multiplying the minus and then take the n into m or by 2 outside the whole bracket, then this will be 1 plus, here n is not there, 2 is not there. When 2 is taken out as a denominator, here we have to multiply it, so it is n 2 plus n is taken out, so it will come to the denominator. Since outside it is in the numerator, so it will be 2 by n minus of cos, the n by m is there already, so it has already taken out, so it will be simply cos of 90 by n. So the expression for D is equal to n into m divided by 2 of 1 plus 2 by n minus cos of 90 by n. So this is the expression for calculating this D value. Or using this expression, we have to set this D value, that is the caudal addendum value, on the vertical scale of the gate tooth vernier, and then move the horizontal scale of the gate tooth vernier to find the caudal thickness AB. To find the caudal thickness AB, through which we can determine the caudal thickness AB also. In this slide you can observe here the vernier scales. This is the vertical scale on the gate tooth vernier. This is actually the gate tooth vernier. It has got two scales, two verniers, one on the vertical side and another on the horizontal side. The D value we have to set in this vertical scale. Once the D value is set, we have to move the horizontal scale. This is the horizontal scale of the gate tooth vernier. This is of analytical type, analog type, and here you can see the digital type of verniers. So here on a vertical scale, a plate is attached. Okay, this plate will rest on the gate tooth surface, that is on the top land of the gate tooth. It rests on the top land of the gate tooth. Here in this diagram you can clearly observe that the capital D value is being set initially, and then tighten these screws, tighten these vernier screws, so that there should not be any possible movement for this vertical scale. Once it is set to the reading of the value which is equal to the D value, then tighten the screws so that there is no any further movement is possible for this vertical scale, and then move the horizontal scale in this manner, move the horizontal scale in this manner so that it approaches on the pitch circle. Here you can see, if I am assuming that as this as a pitch circle, you can observe here that horizontal anvils or the tooth of this vernier gate vernier is in contact with the gear tooth flank surface on the pitch circle. So when we are measuring the distance, it is this distance, uh, it is the distance, I can call it here, it is the distance, vertical distance, which is being measured with the help of this vernier scale, and the corresponding reading is being indicated on this horizontal scale of the gear tooth vernier. This reading clearly indicates that the distance of this distance over the gear, and it is equal to the caudal thickness, that is W. So by this way we can determine the caudal thickness, or we are in simple it is about the tooth thickness of a gear over the pitch circle. And this is how this is one of the simplest method of calculating the caudal thickness or tooth thickness. uh, I hope the measurement of caudal thickness or gear tooth thickness is clear to you. If there is any queries, please post the feedback, or you can mail me to my email ID, which is given below this video. And further, if I will try to answer those queries. As a disclaimer, I declare here that I have used many resources from the various textbooks, as well as different internet resources I have referred for preparing this teaching material. So I acknowledge all these sources through this video. I also thank all such sources. I also thank you all for your patient listening, or thank you for watching this video. And one more thing is, like, in the next video we are going to discuss about, or I'm going to discuss about the gear tooth parameters with various means, that is different other parameters with the help of various instruments. Okay. As similar to the gear tooth vernier. And for videos for engineering students, this gear tooth parameter gear tooth vernier calipers is one of the very important instrument, which even you study it in the lab also. Okay, corresponding mechanical measurements and metrology lab, you are going to study it, you are going to do the experiment to calculate the experimental caudal thickness, and when you calculate the experimental caudal thickness, compare the theoretical caudal thickness, which you would calculate with the help of the formula, that is W. Once you calculate the theoretical caudal thickness, compare it with the experimental caudal thickness, and you'll find that the experimental caudal thickness is always smaller than the theoretical caudal thickness, because when we are deriving the expression for theoretical caudal thickness, we assume that it is an arc of a circle, it is a segment of an circle. So when I am considering it as an arc, obviously the length of the arc is always greater than the radial linear distance between the 2 points of an arc. That's why we are getting a lesser value when we calculate with the help of through experimentally. Okay, so concentrate on all these points and conduct the experiment, and compare it. We'll find the difference. Okay, so the theory part here it is explained. When you are conducting the experiment also, before conducting the experiment, if you go through this video, you'll understand it, the basic concept of gear tooth vernier calipers. Okay, and get versed with the gear tooth vernier calipers. uh, then okay, then bye, see you with the next video. Thank you.